Hey everybody, XEI here. Welcome back to another vlog. I know it's a back-to-backer, and you know what, to be honest, I'll probably do a couple of these over the next couple of days. I want to engage with you over these holidays. I just finished replying to the last video of comments, and thank you so much for the support that's out there and the understanding. We just got over 700, and I still feel like the community is as tight as I remember it when it was under 100. I feel like it's still a very positive community. I've only had one troll in 2 years, and I think the one troll happened a year and a half ago. You need to have a thick skin to be able to deal with that kind of stuff, and I do have pretty thick skin. I was actually trained to take criticism, and I give it well. I'm a very open, transparent person when it comes to feedback and stuff like that, both in my job and just anyways, like, these people don't need to be that mean. And I don't know why I'm saying this, because this channel just literally, it doesn't have that. I thought that there'd be a lot more of that trollery going on, and I've been very lucky. I've been very lucky with the way this community has grown, and I thank you all for that. Even the lurkers out there, I thank you for just being a great group and making it very easy for me to keep going and keep trying to reach that 1,000 goal. And so anyways, thank you. I don't know, I just derailed for longer than I intended there. I did have a point. I almost got a coughing fit there. I could feel it happening. I had a point to this episode, and maybe I'll think of new ideas until the New Year's where I could just have an exchange with the community, just because why not? Because it's something I want to do, so I'm going to do it. What I want to talk about with this episode is, like in the last 2 years, spent a lot of time talking about Dragon Age and how deeply immersed I am in Dragon Age, and Mass Effect, going back into Mass Effect, and it's immersing me more in Mass Effect 2. Like, in particular, maybe the last, I don't know, maybe like 10 episodes of Mass Effect 2, 10 or 15 episodes. I think it's been ever since the Jack moment. You know, the one where I had to like redo, right? There was something that happened where I was in the franchise. I had a point. It doesn't matter. So we've talked a lot about those big games. Witcher would be the third one that I would say, and then BioShock is sort of the fourth one there, but it's not as big as those other three. But then there's like this other group of games, like the indie games that I buy so many games now from Humble Bundle, itch.io, and I want to play more of those games. And A Wolf Among Us is definitely one of those, so are many other Telltale games. I don't know why I keep putting that game off. I really want to play it. Sometimes I sit down and I think I'm going to do it, but I want to play it so that I can sit down for like a long weekend or something and just do chapter 3, 4, 5 back to back. I don't want to do chapter 3 and then edit them over a week, and then I let time pass because I have to re-assimilate to the joystick instead of keyboard, or whatever the case might be, and my brain works weird, and I'm going to derail, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But so I will go back, and I want to play a lot more of those games. I knew that RimWorld had released a new alpha, and so I wanted to just go brain dead for a bit, just like do type of gaming where I wasn't deeply invested. I just wanted something to just get through time, and so I really enjoyed my time back in RimWorld, and that's a game that I would love to bring back. But that's the kind of game where, as random as it is, it's almost like there's no narrative to it, but there's so much potential narrative to that game, because it gives you all the pieces and it allows your brain to kind of create that story based on the experience you're having inside this world simulation, this colony simulation. And some of the patches introduced new things so that it creates more narrative triggers, and the fights even have like more descriptors and stuff like that. And it's all these simple things that don't really matter to the game experience, but it makes it a richer immersive experience. And I just wanted to escape like that for a while, and so I did. Then the week after that, I ended up getting some Humble Bundle with a bunch of other games in it. And there's one game in particular I played that I did want to record, and I wanted to bring it to the channel. Maybe I still will. It's called Kingdom. And it's sort of like this pixel game, it's not a side scroller, because it really literally is a game where you just go left and right and you pick up resources and you take it back to the center and you build up this fortification to then protect your king from these invading kind of demon things. And I watched a Let's Play of that probably over a year ago, and it was such a simple game, and it's part of that repetitious of just like not really doing anything, but time is passing and it's making me happier, just because I'm not thinking about all this other crap that I don't want to deal with. And so I played Kingdom. I played the classic version of Kingdom, and I played it 5 times, to the point where I basically broke the game, and I know how to clear it now very simply. So maybe I'll bring that to the channel now that I know that I'm not going to struggle through it, because the other game I want to play is the Kingdom New Lands, which is the version after that, which expands on the more simpler aspect of Kingdom. And so I want to have some fun playing Kingdom New Lands, and I'll bring that one blind to the channel. And maybe we'll work through it. So little simple games like that. I'm either coughing or saying a lot, but in any case, there's 2 other games I want to talk about. God damn it, I just did it again. I've been seeing a lot of posts going up for Finding Paradise, and I guess the game did just come out. I looked it up on Steam yesterday. I think it was the December 17th release, and I guess the thing about it is that it's a pretty emotional story made with RPG Maker. I didn't dig too deep because I don't want to spoil myself, because I think I want to bring that to the channel. The feeling I got from it was a bit of an Undertale feeling. Not that likely it was Undertale, but the idea that it's like this game that presents itself as one thing, an RPG narrative story sort of thing, but it's deeper than that. It contains a message that's deeper than that. And I feel like I want to experience something like that again. So I did look into that game, and then I found out there was a game that came out in 2012, To the Moon. I bought that one yesterday. I can't see my list. Yeah, To the Moon. And I guess that's the prequel. So I'm going to bring that to the channel, To the Moon. A Bird Story was something that came in this package. It's like a 1-hour experience tied into the same world, I think. Man, again, I didn't look too deep, but it all looked like it, and it was like the soundtrack for each or something, and a comic. It was a good bundle. It was a good deal. It was like 82% off. How can I say no? This is like, we're entering the Boxing Week sale of where I'm gonna spend way more money than I should, because I don't have the time to play all these games. But I know it's gonna happen again. It happens every year. I end up with way more games than I can do with. Did that sentence make sense? Doesn't matter. Did I already talk about Aquaria? I'm just gonna look at my list now. I'm gonna run through the list. I don't know if I mentioned them in the past or not, but these are games I want to play because I've gotten them in bundles and they've looked awesome and like they'd be cool, unique experiences. Aquaria. Let's go down the list. Broken Age. I saw a trailer to Broken Age, and I thought this would be a game I would enjoy. If I remember that one correctly, I think you can pick one of 2 characters, a boy or a girl, and it looks kind of like a children's storybook. And I think it's point and click. Something like that. So Broken Age, I think I would love to bring that to the channel in 2018. I'm going to go down my list some more here. You know, it's crazy. This isn't an indie game, but I bought this ages ago, and I don't think I bought it on like a huge sale, but Dishonored. I have Dishonored, which I thought I would bring to the channel. Deus Ex Human Revolution. I bought at one point, also not a small game. I'm derailing. I got Dust and Elysium Tale. I think I talked about that in an old blog, and that's kind of like a side scroller. That one might screw with me because, based on what I understand, there's a lot of combo stuff you gotta. It gets very high octane, and I don't know if I'm good with those games anymore. I used to be great at them many years ago, but now I don't know if I can handle that kind of high octane activity on the screen. But it looks amazing. It looked like you were playing the cartoon. The animations were so slick. Anyways, moving on. Let's keep going down this list here. The Flame and the Flood, that came in a bundle, and I don't know what the Flame and the Flood is, but I think you're on a boat or something. Anyways, Flame and the Flood. If you want to look it up, that one might be something I'll look into. You already heard Life is Strange. I did buy that one a while ago, didn't install it yet, but I'm thinking about it. I don't know why in the hell Outlast would be on my list, but it is. It came in a bundle. I don't think I'll play that game. The other game I got for free was a painting one. I know of the game, and it was free, and a community told me about it, and I went and got it because I was like, man, I'm just gonna get Layers of Fear. I can't find it on my list. I don't know why. Maybe it didn't kick in yet. Layers of Fear. I don't think I should be playing that game either. I'll be honest, I don't think I should be playing that game. I bought Wasteland. I don't know if you're familiar with Wasteland, but I saw a trailer of that, and I don't know if I saw this one. I knew it was going to go on sale or something, but I got Wasteland 1, the original classic, Wasteland 2, the director's cut. But the look at this one, it feels like the original Fallouts, like Fallout 1 and 2, and I remember always wanting to have played Fallout 1 and 2, and I never got around to playing it when they sort of worked on systems, and then I bought Fallout 1 and 2 maybe 6-7 years ago. They weren't compatible with Windows 7 at the time, and no matter what I did to try to make them compatible, I couldn't make them compatible. I never got to play Fallout 1 and 2. So Wasteland, I saw the trailer, saw some reviews. If you're not aware of Wasteland, look this one up. There was some crazy stuff said about Wasteland because if I remember the trailer correctly to this one, it said some weird variable like this many possibilities of something rather, and I was like, that's never, like, basically anyone's playthrough of Wasteland will be unique, and I thought that would be cool for a channel because it's if we think Dragon Age and Mass Effect are unique experiences to each playthrough, which they sort of are, especially if you come at it from a place of more RP and you're willing to give context behind your character's decisions and stuff, that experience can feel very different than someone who makes similar choices but for different reasons. So yeah. But anyways, Wasteland, I don't want to check it out. I'll be playing it blind. I want to watch someone else play it because I want to know about the game. So I don't know how expansive the versatility is of the playthrough, but if not Wasteland 1, Wasteland 2. But I mean, I'm the kind of gamer that if I'm going to bring Wasteland 2 to the channel, then I need to bring Wasteland 1. But I think these are... There's a lot of hours in these games. So I got to be very cognizant of that too and not overwhelm myself. I'm not going to have time to play all of these games. And so to sum things up, 2018, it's still going to be very much a Inquisition is going to hit the channel for sure. Witcher 1 and 2. I feel like Witcher 3 would be pushing it for 2018. BioShock 1 will be done for sure. I'm not even going to put that one in there. And then BioShock 2, is it just called BioShock 2 or is there another name for it? BioShock 2 Remastered, I got that one as well. Maybe that will hit 2018. Let me know because I'm willing to not play any more BioShocks. I wanted to play 1 for sure, and I will play 2 in Infinite on my own if I have to. But if you want to see it on the channel, I'm happy to bring BioShock 2 and Infinite to the channel as well. I just haven't heard as much about BioShock 2 and Infinite. So maybe I'll leave it up to people. After BioShock is done, I'm sure people will have their opinions. But yeah, those are the 4 main games: Mass Effect 3, Inquisition, what did I just say? Witcher 1 and Witcher 2. Cool. And then after that, I'm thinking of introducing a lot more of the shorter form games so that I can do those ones as the parallel series. And that's, I guess, that was the segue. I was trying, the long way of me creating a segue that just basically says, instead of doing 2 long form games in parallel, I will be doing a long form game and then one of the shorter games. And not one, I mean, I would be doing short games in parallel with the long form game. That way, it's not too much up here. Too much narrative stuff. I don't know if any of that made any sense. But I just wanted to put something out there and talk to y'all and go through my list a little bit. There's way more games here. I've got over 100 games now in my queue for Steam. But I just wanted to get a couple of them out there so that you could hear about some of the games I would love to get into the channel. And I will open it up to all of you as well. If you have any suggestions of games that you'd like me to play, by all means, drop them in the comments and let me consider them. Like, I know a while ago, Factorio, someone requested that I try Factorio and bring that to the channel. It looks like a good game. I could have fun playing it, but it's the kind of game where it's more of you have to invest time into growing what you're building. Oh, the other one would be I've been watching a series. They Are Billions. I mean, that looks like an amazing RTS game, but it's been a long time since I've played an RTS game. But these are games that maybe they'd be fun to bring as parallel games. And you know what? I just keep on rambling on about other things. I have to cut through some of this. It's like I don't want to stop talking to you, but I have to, because I got to save some of this material for the other days I said I'm going to record things for. So I'm going to end this here, and then I will talk to you soonish. Maybe tomorrow. Soonish. Alright, don't forget to explore, engage, inspire. Catch you on next time. Peace, everybody.